And this and this is why I fly. Child with an aeroplane. Oh wow, this is just boaty and balmy. If you've hung on this long to find out what the secret is, well done. Hi, good evening and welcome to the channel everyone, and tonight it's a very hot Sunday evening. I just want to get airborne because it's rather warm, and Ben and Dave, who I know from the paramotoring world, have come here with permission of Bob, and they're going to go flying off and I'm going to go along the coastline. So anyway, a few secrets I'm going to give away, so stick with me on this flight, and I'll update you as we go along the North Devon and North Somerset coastline. Glee Farm traffic, Golf Foxtrot Whiskey Lima Romeo, backtracking runway 31 for departure for North Glee Farm. Okay, nose wheel is straight, bar is neutral, temps are good, I am happy. Right, let's go flying in the evening sunshine. That is very hot. It is very, very hot. That was a long takeoff tonight. Wow. That was a very hot, long takeoff. Wow. I'm glad I wasn't running for that one. Oh, wow. This is just boaty and balmy. And this, and this is why I fly. Child with an aeroplane. As I said on the departure, so on this flight, I wanted to do this flight last night actually, believe it or not. However, I had so much fun flying to that secret farm strip and bumping into my friend Jerry, that actually I didn't want to fly anymore. I was perfectly content and perfectly happy. So knowing that flying weather in the UK is not actually that regular, I've done all my chores and I'm coming out to go fly again. So join me on the bit of the journey, and the reason I've done this flight late in the day, well, for two reasons. A, it's been stonkingly hot today. So during the day we've just been blisteringly uncomfortable, and it's always a bit calmer in the evenings, and I wanted to get the sunlight across this coastline because some of it just looks amazing. And I flew down this coastline on my Flying Over Exmoor flight, but it was in the morning, and that camera was going to be in the wrong place, so I'm going to try and fly with safe outs over the water to give you just how beautiful it is. And if it's not your thing, that's fine, but again, as I say, majority of the time I make these videos for me, and this is one of those flights I just want to do because it looks beautiful. I fly in some absolutely stunning countryside. Late day thermals. I fly in some absolutely stunning countryside, and I don't take it for granted, or I hope I don't take it for granted, that I'm able to fly. Flying's a privilege, not a right, and for me, I just want to go and enjoy this coastline on a summer's evening. So when it's winter and horrible, I can look back on this flight and go, glad I did it. and I'm just speechless because I didn't realise how beautiful it was from that side. But just looking with the sun, okay, it's still quite high, but it's setting and reflecting off the water. I'm sorry, if you can't find this beautiful, there's something wrong, because I just find this wonderful. So I'm just on the coastline. I've got loads of outs down the side here. I'm not going to go out any further or lower, because otherwise I've got nowhere to go, no outs. But yeah, sorry, just enjoying the moment really. I might overlay a few of the pictures as I go along, because again, I don't think the cameras ever really do this coastline any justice. I know it's weird, but there's just some things you can only see from the air, and I think that's one of them. Right, heading for home. The soul is filled. Oh wow, looks just as beautiful this way, if not more beautiful. Sun behind me and everything. I love how when you fly late in the day, there's, I think I mentioned it in one of my the video I was flying with a balloon, that the sunlight just shows up the contours in such a unique way, and you see things that you'd never notice if you flew during the daytime. Well, not unless you pieced it together, but if you've hung on this long to find out what the secret is, well done. Thanks for sticking with me. I really do appreciate those that comment on the videos and those that watch it. There's so many of you that watch it. And as I've said many a time to those that know me, I make these videos because I enjoy sharing my passion of flying. I've been flying for 28 years from all sorts, as I say, most know, from started off in sailplanes, gliders, and I got my private pilot's license. I was only 17 years old back in '96, I feel ancient now. I took a career change, which meant I had to stop flying, but then did volunteer gliding school with the Air Cadets, then went to model flying, and then later on in my change of career, I then took up paragliding. Paragliding then led to paramotoring, and that's kind of where a lot of my videos started off from. And if you don't know some of the achievements I've made, I'll leave them in the description, but I say just go and find them out. I'm not going to shout about them, but I've done some crazy stuff with paramotoring. I think probably the craziest thing was the Icarus X, but that was just a sure, but that was just a feat of endeavour and endurance, that was. But I still enjoyed it. Anyway, I mentioned paramotoring there, and a lot of you joined my channel from the paramotoring side, and have sort of stayed with me, and thank you very much for that. But as you may have noticed, I haven't flown a paramotor for a long time, and that's because actually I sold my paramotor to a good friend of mine, Kyle. Thanks, Kyle. Kyle runs an online business that makes paramotoring bits and pieces. I think it's Paranormal PPG. I'll leave the link to his company in the description. That's not a plug. He's a very nice guy and is very passionate. And I sold him my machine. Pictures on the screen now of him having fun. I think he's burnt about 30 hours in the last 6 months on that thing now. Absolutely loving it to pieces. So thanks, Kyle. I'm glad it's still working. But yeah, I've stopped paramotoring, and that may not be much of a secret. You probably would have worked it out. But I can't do everything with a busy day job. Trying to fly for my own enjoyment, I couldn't do both. And when it was light wind conditions, I'd take the PeaBee. And then when it was a little bit rougher and I wanted to go a little bit further, I'd take the PeaBee. So the paramotor ended up getting left in the workshop. and that's it really. So I am now paramotorless. I still own a wing. It's got too many memories to sell, but yeah. So I'm thoroughly enjoying the PeaBee flex wing side of flying. Yes, it's gone from sub 70 to my MPPL, but I just love flying. And for those that like following me on my antics, I'm glad you enjoy it. I love sharing my passion. So anyway, on the way back now, got about 25 minutes till we get back. I won't leave you any music. I'll just cut it in as I'm in the overhead. FLARM traffic, Golf Foxtrot, Whiskey Lima Romeo in your overhead for joining runway 13 left hand. FLARM. Right, downwind checks complete. FLARM traffic from Golf Foxtrot Whiskey Lima Romeo, final runway 31 left hand. FLARM. That sun is bright. I hope it's not going to affect my perspective. Looking long, speed, centre line. Looking long. Very pleasant. It's not going to be a long outro. Hopefully those pictures and views, it's just a beautiful area to fly, and I'm so grateful to be able to fly in this area. Thanks for the farmers that allow us to fly. So anyway, as always, we'll leave this video here. Please join me on my next adventures, and until next time everybody, fly safe.